So the next thing I want to do is to focus on color, meaning the color of our text. So what you'll notice is within these curly braces that defines the styling for our body, you'll see the word color. Like I said before, there are different ways to change the color. So we can address color by typing in words. And I also mentioned how there's a way to change the color by typing in numbers like RGB values and hex values. So right over here is an example of a hex value. This is something that you don't have to memorize. This is something you don't need to worry about. You're going to pick it up as you go on later, and there's really easy ways how to figure out the specific color that you want. So for now, what I want to do is I'm going to start changing the color of my text and play around to see if I can find something that I like. So right now we have this really nice light yellow color happening. So maybe I want to try something like a darker color, maybe a dark blue. Cool. So as you can see, after I change the value of our color and I change it to dark blue, now my text over here, all of it is dark blue. Pretty cool, right? Same thing with the background color. We can make it some red. I can make it to dark red. But I really like that dark blue, so I'm going to change it back. Great. Let's say I want to change it up a little bit more. Let's say I want my paragraph to be a different color than my header. How would I do that? Well, something that we can do is we call the element that we want to change. We create these little curlies and create a new declaration block and add our parameters and values within this declaration block. So right over here is the declaration block, and that's something that you don't have to memorize right away. What's important is for you to know is that you type the name, you type in 2 of these curly brackets, and then you put the parameter, the value, and the semicolon to help define it. So how would I make color? How would I change the color of my header right up here for my super cool website? So first thing that I'm going to do is right after font size, I'm going to hit return and create a new line. I'm going to type in the word color. And then I'm going to start typing in the color name that I want. So I think I'm going to go for a dark red. And then I'm going to put a semicolon. And there I have it. Now I have my header, my H1, dark red. I have my body text, a dark blue. And my super cool website is well on its way. There it is. My super cool website is definitely on its way. Pretty exciting, right? So something else that I might want to do is change the size of my fonts. So let's say I want to change the size of my font in my body, but not my H1. How would I do that? So first I want to go to the font size property within my body declaration block. So here it is, font size. So how I would want to edit that is to change this number over here, right in front of the PX, which stands for pixels. If you'll look on my screen, you'll already see that I have the font size property set to 18 pixels. To change the font size, what I want to do is I want to change this number right in front of pixels into something else. So let's experiment. What will happen if I change it to 22? Oh, great. So my text is a little bigger. Same thing if I want to make it 2. Oh, that's a little small. Maybe 12. Maybe 24. Oops, 124. All right, so mistakes like this happen all the time, and all you have to do is change it up real quick. That's a great thing about CSS and HTML. It's really quick to see results, and it's really quick to change things if you don't like it. So don't get frustrated if things aren't happening right for you right away. It just takes a lot of practice and playing around and figuring out how to say things. So let's go back to this. I'm going to change it to 22. Awesome. I'm pretty happy with how this looks. So this is all I have to say about our mini introduction to HTML and CSS. I'm going to give you guys some challenges. In the description below in your YouTube series, you're going to find some links to some blank HTML templates that you can work on yourself. And then from there, I want you guys to play around. I want you to change the background color. I want you to change the font size. I want you to try to add your own elements within your HTML. So let's go back to HTML side. I want you guys to add different types of header tags. Right now, I have H1. You can do something like this. You can add another one called H2 and say, are you sure? You don't have to say, are you sure? The point is, I want you guys to play around with the code. Add more tags, add more headers, add more paragraphs. Have some fun, because really the best way to learn HTML and CSS is by doing it over and over again, experimenting and memorizing, because HTML and CSS are their own language, and it takes a long time to learn a new language. So don't get frustrated, keep at it, and it'll come to you as it goes. And if it doesn't work out, there's always Google. All right, guys, thank you. Have a great day.